Good morning, students. Now today I am going to start about the design of peripheral circuits. In last class we have seen the design of SRAM core using adiabatic logic techniques. This adiabatic logic technique can be extended for any circuit. If we wherever we use adiabatic logic circuit, we will get the lesser power consumption. Then next one is design of peripheral circuits. What is meant by peripheral circuit? Peripheral circuits means outside of the memory circuit. Whatever the circuit which is present outside the memory core, that is considered as peripheral circuit. The examples for peripheral circuits, see here, this is the design of peripheral circuits. So if you see the peripheral circuits, there are three different peripheral circuits are available outside the memory. One is energy recovery address decoder, energy recovery level shifter and input output buffer. Then next one is supply generation. So these are the three peripheral circuits which are available outside the memory core. So in order to operate the memory, we need these three types of peripheral circuits. Now you can apply the energy recovery scheme in these three techniques so that you will get the lesser power consumption. In order to reduce the total power consumption, it is desirable to design the address decoder which can be operated adiabatically. The decoder starts out in the rest state with VLOW at VDD and all row lines W0, W1, W2, W3 at VDD minus VTH. Once when the address signals settle down, VLOW gradually swings down from VDD to 0 and all the row lines follow VLOW down to 0 except the selected row staying at VDD minus VTH. So this is regarding energy recovery address decoder. Note that the transistors in the leftmost column are disabled in the discharging process since their gate terminals are also tied to VLOW. So during the time period when VLOW, what will happen means the low resolution signal are valid and are sampled by the row driver, which will enables the selected row in the memory core. Then reverting back to the rest state, which can be accomplished by ramping up VLOW to VDD, which pulls up all the row lines to their rest state at VDD minus VTH. Subsequently, all the address signals will return to 0. So this is regarding the energy recovery address decoder. Actually, all these circuits which are present outside the memory circuit, then you can apply the energy recovery scheme in level shifter also and input output buffer. So what is meant by this level shifter? The level shifter is nothing but it is essentially a PMOS cross coupled sense amplifier with two access transistors. Okay, so this is called as, you can apply the energy recovery scheme here also. Now what will happen here, to operate the energy recovery levels shifter, initially you have to keep V1 as to 0 volt and the shifter is disabled. After, when all the access transistors are turned on and bit bar signals will arrive, then the voltage difference between the two sides of the cross coupled sense amplifier is built. So here the node A is pulled up very rapidly and the stable state can be achieved immediately. So the two access transistors are turned off to isolate the level shifter from the bit lines such that A and A bar will hold their states while the bit lines return to the rest state. The buffer is now ready to drive the input output bus line. Now here, in this process, the charging and discharging process can be performed adiabatically and the simulation results that more than 90% of energy recovery can be achieved. So the point is, you can apply energy recovery in all the circuits. If you apply energy recovery, you will get 90% of the energy savings. Similarly, you can go for the supply clock generation. So supply clock generation is nothing but you can use the clock generator circuit. That clock generator, for the clock generation also, what you can do is, for clock generation also, you can go for adiabatic logic. The underlying idea of adiabatic clock generation circuit is to use a resonant driver. So the resonant driver is nothing but it is a which will oscillate between 0 and 2 V reference. The circuit starts to oscillate when S0 is turned on and ceases oscillating when S0 is turned off. There is a pull-up path and a pull-down path that can replenish the energy dissipated by the resistance in the load. The pull-up PMOS transistor SP is turned on and the pull-down NMOS transistor SN is turned off when voltage at node Y is higher than the V reference. So here the point is when a transistor PMOS transistor will be turned on means whenever the NMOS transistor, that is when the voltage at node Y is higher than V reference, at that time PMOS transistor will be on and NMOS transistor will be turned off. Conversely, the pull down path will be on and pull up path will be off when the condition, that is when the voltage is at Y is below the V reference. So we can apply the adiabatic logic for all the three peripheral circuits. So this gives the design of peripheral circuits. Students, any doubt? Okay. Thank you.